That is good banter. Timmy!
Hello, all, and welcome to episode 68 of the Good Banter podcast. And holy shit, this is the episode that nearly didn't happen because I took my eldest to footy training. He's starting to get into footy. Just
Here's
training.
he going, mate.
Well, the opposite to his dad. He's just training and not playing, whereas I like to more the not train, just play. So yeah, he's not that.
How's that work? Why isn't he playing? Have you?
He doesn't really want to. He just likes to.
Likes being around the boys, getting in the showers with him,
Yeah,
with them.
with them. He's just. Yeah, I don't think he's not real competitive. So he's quite happy. Just like probably the most. I watched him train tonight, and probably the most time he enjoyed himself for the training. They got the tackle bag at the end, and they sat on it and were all singing "Wheels on the Bus."
Oh, that's
That's
good. That's good.
So interesting there. So he's just getting there. Yeah. So
just the camaraderie.
He just likes the boys.
Maybe he might be one of those dodgy trainers later on in later years.
Fingers crossed.
Just hangs around the club rooms.
Yeah, hopefully that's
till he's 85.
Something to aim for. But so after that, got home. Looked at the clock, 7 o'clock. Oh,
Bang.
mate, God,
Down.
I'm going to have a quickly jump in the shower, sit down, and hang on a second. Holy fuck. I was meant to meet Evan at 7 at work to do the pod. I rang you. Evan, where are you, mate? Where are you?
I've been here for 10 minutes.
You've been here for 10 minutes waiting, and I'm sorry, mate. I'm all over the shop at the moment.
Yeah, it's a bit of a worry, mate.
Life's going to the shit.
It's lucky you got that medication. If you did not have that medication, I think, there'd be severe consequences. I don't know what they'd be, but...
Well, I was thinking about today. I think the medication is it's holding me together. If it wasn't for that medication, it's because I can concentrate, but I just got a lot on. I'm fucking... Just life's going to the shit at the moment. It's it's good. It's mostly
good
positive,
busy,
but just busy. What's that?
So how do you need because you've been throwing out gigs as well, which is something that you usually just book yourself, but you're running a few gigs and you're having people hitting you up. You've hit me up to do a few gigs.
Well, I'm the worst businessman
not good
on the planet. So I'm organising a heap of gigs. I'm just not making any money out. I'm just organising shit, and I've got to start taking some money because I'm starting to put a lot of.
You got to bump the price up because you got to allow for that. That's what I worked out when you start organising. At the start, you're like, I won't take anything from this, and you throw someone a $3,000 gig, and you're like, I probably should take something from it, or
mate,
you're too nice, Tom.
It's a shit show out there at the moment, and I've got to. I think we were having the conversation the other day, like. I think we can earn. You and I will be able to earn good money from comedy. With bit of a day job.
Yep.
We're not going to be millionaires. We can
definitely
earn
not
money,
going to be that.
But we are just going to have to work our fucking asses off. And every now and again, we won't name names, but I was talking to a guy that organises gigs, and he said. Here, someone who will remain nameless, great bloke, great comedian.
Nameless.
Got us
Shameless.
to a 40th birthday.
60th?
A gig at a 60th? Was
Yep.
it 60th?
It was a 60th.
Was it 10,000?
It was 10 grand.
For $10,000 cash.
10G. Now,
and
I don't know what he's taking. I don't know what the agent's taking, but no matter which way you cut it, to rock up and do 20 to 30 minutes at a 60th birthday.
So we'll say the agent would be taking $1,000.
I reckon more than that.
You reckon more than that?
The agent would be taking more than that, judging by this.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it would have been through someone else. So,
are we on the same?
I think we're on the same
Just the
page.
gig that I ended up doing?
Yeah. So
I was not getting 10 grand.
You were getting far from 10 grand. So anyway, this guy who was getting 10 grand for this gig, let's say $7.5 grand.
7.5
for 30 minutes work.
Woo!
It's reasonable money.
Big
It's good money. And he cancelled because he got a better gig.
Better offer.
He got a better offer.
Got a better offer. What, he got a 90th for 15 grand or something,
it's
did
got
he?
me
It's
fucked,
got
but
me
it
fucked.
is.
And I'm pretty sure the nameless comedian would have had to set up their own sound.
No, so that's the thing. We're organising gigs. We're sending out posters. The people are cancelling. They're changing the dates.
We're looking like an idiot.
We're running the whole shit show. We're dragging our fucking our speakers in. We're packing up. We're selling raffle tickets.
DIY.
So we're getting paid okay, but fuck, we're working for it. And people say, "Oh, you made that for what? 40 minutes work." It's not the 40 minutes.
Minutes.
We're doing gigs that are 3.5 hours away.
Mate, I'm going to Swan Hill. I'm going to Swan Hill tomorrow. So obviously, this is Tuesday.
This is Tuesday.
Wednesday, which is going to be past by the time this comes out. I'm going to Swan Hill. I'm just weighing up. Like I'm getting paid. It's good. But
yep.
that is that's a 4-hour drive. I'm weighing up petrol prices.
Oh,
fuck me! I'm gonna lose a bit. Petrol-wise.
And if you work it out per hour, the money's not that flash. Like,
no.
I've had close to 100 gigs cancel during COVID.
Yep.
And God knows how many missed out on just through clubs not booking.
Oh, yeah, people were shitting themselves.
So when it opened up again, I was like, geez, I've just got to take everything. Take everything. So I took every gig.
So like if you're going to a nightclub when you were younger, when things open, you just had to take everything.
You had to go for it.
You had to try to.
When you're hot, you're hot. Who knows?
You jump on a bloke.
Because who knows how it's going to last.
Pin him down and just lash him.
So during this time where everyone was booking the gigs at the start of the footy season, I took a gig, and it's coming up. It's about 6 weeks away in Rockhampton.
Ooh,
and I hope they're not listening. And if they are, look, I'm really looking forward to getting up there.
Beef capital.
I really am.
Beef capital.
And I just thought, well, Rockhampton, I better pop a few extra pennies on because obviously, and this is where if you had a manager, they'd go, all right, this is going to cost this, time away from home, hotels, you've got to pay this.
First thing, like, I could picture you going, I could drive to Rockhampton.
Yeah, I could do that. and then you
look on the map and go, oh, that's in Queensland.
Oh, okay.
That's going to take me 2 days.
Yeah, because I booked a breakfast the next day in Merimbula. And
that's not happening.
No, that's 42 hours drive away. So, so I should spend a bit more time organising it. So I said, and I'll quite happy to say the amount. The guy really wanted me for their big. It was like their 50-year or something. So I'm going up there. It's a whole thing. It's not just a normal function. It's a big reunion type thing.
Prime
so
rump,
I said, all right,
beef.
I'm bloody going to be running the show.
Yep.
I'm going to charge them $3,000.
Okay. See, everyone goes, wow, Tom, that's
$3,000
good
for a Saturday night.
Are they paying your flights?
Well, no.
Okay.
And
Are they paying you a com?
No.
Oh, Tom.
Are they paying food?
Oh.
No.
What? It's the beef capital of it. Surely they've got a bloody cow that they can just carve up and give you a bloody rump steak.
I don't know.
What's happening? Surely you're not paying for your meal at the 50-year reunion.
Well, we haven't discussed that, but anyway,
they'll give you a few bread rolls.
So
mate.
I sat down. This is last night. I sat down last night. So I booked this big gig fucking 3 months ago, and I thought last night I'm going to sit down and I'll just book me flights. And in my head, I'm thinking a couple of $100 each way.
How do you get to Rockhampton?
Well,
that's the big thing.
Very
Brizzy.
Very expensively.
Run us through.
Well, there's no fucking easy way.
No.
You can't get there without a stop. So minimum $650 to get there.
One way.
One way.
Oh, fuck, Tom.
Minimum
$700
to get back.
Oh, fucking hell.
It's fucking insane, the prices to get to Rockhampton. You think it was bloody the greatest place on earth.
It's not.
It's not. And the stopovers. So some of these trips, it's got to the point, I spent like 2 hours on Webjet.
And you struggle with Melbourne to Launceston.
Oh, well, I fucked that up. I did that the wrong way around.
As you know. How are you going with this?
It's still in my head. It's got to the point where tomorrow I'm going to a travel agent.
Yeah.
And saying, can you please help me? I've fucked up. I've fucked up again. I'm just going to, because my flight back, and it doesn't fucking make sense. The quickest time it can take me to get home on Sunday is, not a word of a lie, is 26 hours. Does that sound right?
Do you know?
So I'm not getting back till Monday.
There's more There's 24 hours in a day.
I know.
This cannot be right, Tom. What time are you?
See, this is what my question.
I reckon I know what you've done.
No, I think I know what happened.
I know what you've done.
I haven't booked the flights.
I reckon
what have I done?
I reckon what you've done. What time were you going to fly out of Rockhampton?
As early as I could get out of that fucking
6 a.m.
Yep.
And then I reckon maybe you've gone down to Brisbane.
Yep.
And then maybe you've booked a flight at 12:01 a.m. or something for Monday.
No. Because what happens is because you don't put in
it's all done
because with Webjet it's all done for you. So I've said, all right, let's take it from the top. I want to get from Melbourne to Rockhampton. How does that happen? And you look down that little column where it says how many stops, or you can go direct. Nowhere's going direct.
No one's direct to Rocky, mate.
Right away, the alarm bells are ringing. So it doesn't. I can't work it out. Nowhere goes direct to fucking Rockhampton.
Well, Rockhampton.
You'd think someone has to, but no one does.
No one. Unless you drive. That's the only direct route.
Even then, they're going to make you stop over somewhere.
Well, you're going to have to get petrol.
At a
you're going to have
petrol
to stop at Goondiwindi. You're going to have to, get a dimmy in bloody Ipswich. You're going to have to do something, mate. So
the only thing I can think of.
You're stressing me out, Tom.
Oh, mate, it's doing me head in. But maybe, so I've jumped on Webjet and I've said I want to go to Rockhampton to Melbourne, and they've got so there's one stop. The only thing I can think of is that both flights, if you book with Webjet, have to be through the same company, because maybe they transfer, maybe only certain planes link up or something. I don't know.
I reckon there should be enough planes. Maybe there's just not many. No one wants to go to Rockhampton. Maybe,
that's why I've got to. That's why I'm going to.
You're doing my head in.
I've got to go to. That's why I'm going to a travel agent. I'm going to sit down and go, look, you got to help me, guys.
Run me through it, Roger.
So I'm looking at least probably 1,200 down from flights, 1,300 down from flights.
That's no good.
Had accommodation.
So this is Saturday night, obviously.
This is Saturday night. I could have got a gig in Melbourne for 2.5.
Oh,
so
mate,
I've added $500 onto this flight.
I would have paid you $1,000 to come into me lounge room and bloody do your fucking show, Tommy. I would have given it to you, mate.
So I've added on $500 to the show. When realistically, I should have added on maybe $2,000.
Yeah, I think you should have. Yeah.
Anyway,
essentially, that's a little mini corporate there, Tommy.
A mini corporate?
Well, it's like a sort of little corporate-y gig.
Yeah, true. Not financially, though.
No, not financially. It's nowhere near
it's a
corporate,
charity
mate.
gig.
It's when old Nameless is getting $10,000 for a 60th, and you're driving to Rockhampton for $2.50 or getting to Rockhampton.
It's tough. So
Does Tammy? Is Tammy? Is she close to divorce? Like this is, if you weren't. Well, you're not bringing much bacon home from this one, but...
No, it might look like I am.
Yeah, it looks good.
Like I'll come home with $3,000 and she'll be like, holy wow, that was worth it. But what she won't see is the card statement. $2,700 taken out of my account with flights, accommodation and food and bloody parking at the airport.
Ubers, airports. It's an expensive trip.
It's pretty rough being me at the moment because I cannot organise shit.
Oh, God.
But anyway, got to stay positive, and I'm looking forward to getting up there. So if you're listening from Rocky Footy Club or wherever you're from...
Can someone pick Tommy up from the airport? Can you maybe take a little guitar or something?
Can you buy some books?
Can you busk
if I take
the
up
airport?
Oh, yeah, maybe. Does anyone want to give me a lift out the airport? That'll save me a couple of bucks.
Busk at the airport.
Oh, busk at the airport.
Just take a little ukulele or something and just, rock up. I mean,
play the ukulele.
You've got 24 hours.
Could I just tell Gags?
Sunday, you could maybe tell Gags at the airport. You could be the
suburban busker.
The suburban busker. Yeah,
I don't know.
I like it.
I don't know what I got to do, but I've got to stop doing what I'm doing because it's not working at the moment.
We got someone who maybe out there listening who can help Tom. Like we thought ADHD pills was going to be the magic solution.
That's if anything.
Clearly his life.
It's just confused me.
Mate, you've got me stressed, mate. You've got me stressed. I'm stressed out thinking about you, mate.
Anyway, so that's where I'm at. So looking forward to getting up to Rockhampton and doing me nuts. So and it's just a time away from home. So I'll be away for 2 days.
Well,
and
you got to go watch Noah not play football.
Yeah, and I'm meant to be coaching the Oz kick. Yeah, it's rough. But
no,
anyway,
tough,
enough about me and my inability to sort shit out? What have you been up to?
Wow.
Big guy?
Speaking, you seem a bit down, mate. I knew things were not going well when you rang me and said,
where are you?
Fuck,
Yeah.
we've got the podcast, don't we? Go, Tom.
Fuck me. And not that, look, I'm loving doing the pod, but yeah, this
we're going to have to start making money from this thing.
to start. Oh, yes.
I sort of said as well, like, because I don't have kids. Mate, thank fuck I don't have kids. Thank fuck I've got a little more leeway than you do, because by the time Kristen pops out a kid,
yeah,
I'm going to have to be making some bickies from this. Otherwise,
this is
my hopefully I'll be married by then. My life will be over as well. So,
yeah. And actually, like, because I was like, I'll get home from footy training tonight. I'll shower the kids and just go, all right, kids, let's get in that. Oh fuck, the podcast. And when I didn't say the podcast. I just said fuck me. And Tam goes, what is it? I said, I've got the podcast.
Yeah.
And she is, I tell you what, she's an angel.
She's a great woman.
Unless there's every chance I'll get home and all my shit will be out on the front lawn, and I would totally understand. I would just look at her in the window and just salute her and wish her all the best, because she deserves
she'd leave,
better.
you reckon?
No, she'd chuck my shit
She'd chuck
out.
your shit out.
Yeah.
Wow, you can come. This would make things easy. You can stay at my place. Then we can record the pod at my place.
Because I think we can inevitably say that Kristen will be leaving you at some point.
Some point.
So you may as well beat it to it and just chuck your own shit out on the front lawn.
That's it. If we both got kicked out, we'd probably have to shack up, because all our mates are shacked up.
Yep.
You're not living in a house by yourself.
No,
maybe
that's
we just rent a studio apartment.
I don't know if we get 2-bedroom. I reckon.
2-bedroom. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yep.
That's a bit weird. 2 guys in a studio apartment.
Yep.
That just screams they're getting into it.
That's a couple.
That's a couple. Which is nothing wrong with that. Which but you're not my type.
No, well, it's not. Look, it's not ideal, but it's a plan B if things go to the shit.
So I reckon this is the plan. Okay, so because we have spoken about, how do we love this? We love all the good. We're thinking about calling the listeners. Do you want to say your big idea?
It's all right. So we're getting off track here, but
but it's good.
But all our favourite podcasts that you and I listen to, Evan,
we love it.
That they have a name for their listeners, like
it's called Tuesdays with Stories. It's Mark Norman and Joe List,
and they're called
the Tuesdays.
And another one is which is a good one. Tuesday. Another one is Mark Maron. He calls them What the Fuckers, which I don't think is a great one.
Which I don't mind it. I think he's built that podcast. It's called What the Fuck, his podcast.
Oh, it is too.
WTF.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So it sort of does make a bit of sense. Tommy.
Yeah, so he calls them What the Fuckers. Can you think of any others?
Maybe, no.
But so we thought we'd come up with the name for the listeners, our listeners, and look, we're open to feedback. I thought.
I was trying to think of something, because as I'm driving around, I think, we've got to make money from this. We've got to do something. I think it's coming on board. Are we at the level where our 40 loyal listeners?
Yep.
Can we start naming them? Would they want to be named?
Would they?
What would we want to call them?
What? Because maybe they don't want to be named. But
no.
What we're going to run with is, was it? The Good Banterers. The Good Banterers.
Good banter. So it's almost stupidity.
It's
not
silly.
even a word.
It's the good. So if you listen to this podcast, you're a good banterer. Banterer.
You're a good banterer.
Look, it's a.
It might be good.
It might work. It might not. We'd appreciate
we might have
your
lost
feedback.
200 listeners there.
Someone might be going, well, I like the show. It really gets me up, but if you can get fucked if I'm getting called a good banterer.
No, you jam that up your ass. So yeah.
So anyway, all the good banterers out there, give us some feedback on that.
Yeah, so that'd be good. And we thought maybe by the 100th episode, which is 42 away.
Episodes 32.
32. Oh, yep. My maths was never good. No wonder I ended up landscaping and doing a trade all my life. I've done about 5 trades.
Yeah, doing. What are you doing at the moment?
Labouring.
Bit of labour.
And driving to Swan Hill tomorrow.
For $8.
$8.
Jesus.
And doing this for free. So
that's
where we're at. That's where we're at. I might drive to Rockhampton. I'll just keep going. I'll meet you up there, mate.
I've got a gig up there for you.
Yeah, nice, mate. Well, I'm sort of going to Brisbane Thursday. Whatever.
Oh, well.
No, I'm starting to get stressed
so
about my travel. All right, so
what you got for us,
mate? Well, after you said there the old 10K for the 60th birthday.
Yep.
I'm not sure after that we're the host of this party because just so happens, as I mentioned before.
So this is that same. This is the
party. Same. I'm getting hot in here. I'm taking this off.
You're sitting right under the heater.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm just to the side of it. I'm freezing.
Jacket on. So I got a call maybe a week and a half before last Friday.
Yep.
From a good man, Johnny Watts. What's the joke? He runs a little comedy agency.
Nice guy.
Great
really
guy.
Nice guy.
Loves his comedy, loves his chat, loves his banter. So he said, "Oh, mate, are you doing anything Friday the blah, 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 whatever last Friday was?" I said, mate, I'm emceeing at the old rubber chicken.
Chicken.
Fiona O'Loughlin's on. I'm emceeing. He goes, mate, I've been hit up. Something's fallen through. They had a comic. Shall remain nameless. He got offered 10 grand. He got a better offer. So, mate, they want something else. So I think they got a magician. They've got an Elvis impersonator and drum roll, please. They want to finish the night off this 60th birthday with a little bit of comedy.
So if you're getting 10 grand for a gig, like, it's got to be a fair bit more for you to say, oh, well, I can't do that now because this is like, if you're getting 10 grand for a gig and someone says
that's locked,
you're locked in, and someone rings you, Tommy, I got 13 grand for a gig, and you look at the diary and you go, I've already got a gig that night for 10 grand. I'm probably still doing the 10 grand gig.
It's done,
just so I don't have to cancel,
change it.
To let that person down.
But that's obviously not the comic's job. The nameless comic
point.
has no idea. This is all agency stuff. And this is where the hook, line and sinkers and all the little feed through comes through. So this is the stuff you're doing this by yourself, Tom. You're doing this by yourself. And if you had an agent, your agent would go Saturday night, Rockhampton, Tom Siegert, suburban footballer, 15 grand.
Yep. But the reason I've justified never having an agent, A, no agents ever wanted me, but B,
that's how I justify.
B, I do the whole journey. So they contact me.
Yes.
Suburban footballer, what do you do? And I'll say, well, this is what happened.
3 days later.
And we go back and forwards, and we build this relationship.
You feel you know them before you get to them.
Yeah, and it's you're a team. You've put this together and you turn up on the night.
Doing it.
Tommy, g'day, how you going? You chat. Whereas I think sometimes if you had an agency and they'd been dealing with someone who's a bit of a cock or a mole.
Bit of a pencil pushing, Johnny come late.
Bit of a wanker.
Bit of a
not
stick
real personable.
Puller, maybe banging the the main guy of the company, a little hand job here and there.
Okay, well that's
okay. Maybe I'm going a bit too far into it.
But but so you lose that connection, mind you.
There's no connection,
mind you. But what's that worth? $50? It's certainly not worth 10
the connection.
Yeah.
Well,
I'd
I like
sacrifice.
the connection, and that was one of the things.
Connection, but
that was one of the things that after being booked for this. So do you want me to run through the gig?
Yeah, let's run. Take it from the top.
Let's run through the gig. So I get booked, hit with the fee, and I go, okay, it's not 10K.
Yep.
But I've got a gig early. I can swing by from the Rubber Chook on the way home. It's just up the road from here, Tommy.
Yeah.
It's an old meat, flour, wine.
Great venue here in Brayside.
Great. And you think Brayside, they wouldn't have a nice steak and wine joint. What, Brayside? It's an industrial wasteland.
Well,
got to tell you.
Oh, it's one of the best restaurants in Melbourne.
It is amazing.
Hands down. Well, you know why? You go to any business class 15 years ago.
Yep.
What was the most important rule for starting a business and buying a home? 3 rules. 3 most important things.
You need money?
No.
Okay.
Location. Location.
Yep.
The 3 most important things when starting a business. Forget about the home thing. When starting a business, a restaurant, a bloody rub and tug, a shopping centre, or whatever. Location, a pub, a brewery.
Yep.
Location.
You need a bit of an idea on what to do, though.
Yeah, no, hear me out.
All right. Yep.
But location. But now, social media, people almost get off on having these little hidden gems
You're
out
right.
in the... It's like, yeah, the main strip's dead. People get down to the bloody... Oh, there's this great little brewery out in Shitter's Ditch. Oh, no one knows it's there. It's great. It's the world's changed.
Yeah,
and that's why
you got to chase these breadcrumbs, and then once you get to the 7th breadcrumb, you got to pull a bloody... a door that goes down into a attic.
And there'll be an old man standing there. You got to say to him, "Which way to the bloody witch's web?" And he'll say,
and he'll
"What the fuck are you talking about?"
He'll be stirring this potion, and he'll go, "I don't know. Go to this girl who's throwing hula hoops."
It's crazy shit.
It's crazy.
It's crazy shit out there. Just to find a restaurant. So
see, that was the problem with finding the meat. I had to go down through the attic to get there. No.
So anyway, so there are now hidden gems out in industrial.
But this is easy to find. Yeah.
This is on a main road.
It's on a main road. It is location. It's a good location.
It's a great spot.
It's a bloody ripper spot. So much traffic. It looks good.
Yeah.
I had no trouble finding it. So I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I got a bit sidetracked.
That's all right, mate. I know what you're trying to do. So all right. Marsha is the lady to talk to. It's Frank's 60th birthday, and there's
Francois.
a few to Francois, Frankie boy, old Frankie goes to Hollywood. Well, Frankie goes to Brayside. And, sometimes 60th because I'm 40. I'm cool. I'm hip. I'm happening. But sometimes you think 60. Is that my demo?
No, a lot can happen between 40 and 60. You can lose your will to live.
You can, but you talk about. I was talking last week about the old 23-year-olds where there was a bit. I've still got sort of flashbacks and cold sweats of the Asian people that couldn't understand me because they couldn't speak English, and then the old weirdo and the family here that were just sort of mingling round. It was like
they weren't sad. They were a good family.
No, they were a good family. They were not sad. They were not sad.
Cannot stress that enough.
But it was maybe not married at first sight, but meeting at first sight.
Yeah,
it's like, who are these people? What's going on? So there was no camaraderie. We weren't all together there.
Nah.
We weren't all together.
It was a shit show.
So I speak to Marsha, and she sounds lovely. And she said to...
Is she the partner of Francois?
Yep. She is the partner of Frankie Goes to Brayside. Yep. And
I'm thinking you got a bit of... this is stating the obvious. I was going to say you got a bit of money if you're having your 60th at the Meat Flour Wine, but the comedian obviously
shell out
10 grand.
10 grand, but
you're not getting 10 grand.
I'm not getting 10 grand. I'm not I am nameless. Literally, I am nameless
and shameless.
I will do a gig for anything. So, Marsha, Johnny says to Marsha, maybe Evan's a great act. I book him all the time. He's very good.
Yep.
He goes, have you got any more stuff on YouTube? She wants to see some stuff. I've got shit from 5 years ago. It's horrific.
Yeah.
I've got the one that pops up. If you Google Evan Hocking comedian, is a gig I did to basically during lockdown with no crowd. And I do 8 minutes in this. It's called Fed Funny. I do 8 minutes, and at the end, because I was so used to what I normally do, I go, all right, take care, have a good night.
Oh, God.
And there's no one there. I don't know why that pops up. It's not the one with the most views. I don't know why. That's the one that pops up.
You should have to give approval.
We did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we signed it. We signed it. Oaksy organised it. We signed it and said, just put it up there, which I don't think it was that bad, but it was just
it just doesn't look great.
Gig to no crowd.
No, well, comedy's a live thing, and that's why I always cringe when people say, "Oh, can you send through a video?" I'm like, fucking book someone else.
Yeah,
book someone else.
So what I've started doing, I've chopped up some of the stuff from Comedy Festival.
Yeah,
I'm putting that on my YouTube.
But it's still
not as good. Like you just go, the laughs never seem as big. It's just like
we can be fooled. Like if you look up someone on YouTube and they're at a gala. You almost don't listen to the material. You're like, look at where he is. Look at him.
Wow.
Look
He's in front of a piano and there's a bloody...
Wow.
It's all happening, yeah. So, anyway, I got a bit of that. So, follow my YouTube. I'm posting clips and that. Fuck. Yeah, whatever. So, I said, oh, mate, I don't have much on there. I think I've got some stuff of when I was down in Tassie with my brother and, that's not everyone's into... fucking football, so that's probably not the greatest clip to have up there. Anyway, so Watsy goes, don't worry, it's always different. Yeah, she said, I looked up there, there's some stuff, but whatever. I'm thinking, so Marsha doesn't like me early on. She's not liking me.
No, alarm bells are ringing for her.
Alarm bells are ringing. And, but I have a chat to her. I said, all right, Marsha, I just want to get a bit of a vibe. She sounded lovely.
Yep.
Beautiful. She said, it's going to be great. We're at the Meat Flower Wine Company. It's a great location.
Yep.
And they know what they're doing there. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a little... At first, you're going to be on at 10 o'clock. Okay, so 10 o'clock,
so they're going to be pretty...
They're going to be...
It's a good time, I reckon. Probably between 9 and 10, ideal.
I thought if they're drinkers, they're going to be... But then I think, are they going to be... See, still don't know what the setup is. I don't know what the room's like. Are they going to be too pissed? How's it all going to work?
Any later than 10... Over 60s could be getting a bit tired.
They could be getting tired. They could be like napping. Like some of them might have left. Some of them might have had a heart attack. Yep. You just never know. A few people have had a stroke. What's going on here?
You don't want that.
No, you don't. They're hard. I mean, they'll laugh on one side, but the other side
will just be hanging.
So they've got a magician. So if you're doing all this, magician, Elvis impersonator, comedian, you start thinking maybe they like a bit of entertainment.
That's a fairly good observation.
Maybe they're into it, because I think old Happy Family a while ago, I think that was just something they didn't know what they wanted.
No. So there's a magician on before you.
There's a magician. He's early, but he's not one of those pull a rabbit out of a hat. He's sort of walking around the tables and going, hey, Tom, pick a card, any card, pick a card.
They're good. They can really spice up a party.
Memorise it. You got it?
Yep.
Yeah, all right. Put it back in the deck. All right, Tom, is this your card, Tom?
Oh, but God, can they go either way? Like they can really make if you're just sitting there's not a lot of banter going on, and they turn up, you're like, how good's this? But if you're having a good old chat, one of those ass wipes turns up and starts flashing fucking cards in front of you, it's like, mate, it can be really awkward.
Where's your nose? Where's your nose, buddy? Oh, fuck off. I had my nose. I've still got my nose.
Chat with me, mate.
I've got your nose. I said, no, it isn't. It's right here, you dickhead.
Yeah.
So anyway, but so that's all happening while I'm emceeing, okay? So that's I don't know what I'm running into yet. So I finish and I'm emceeing at the Chicken, right?
Yep.
So this is it. I said, I got to leave. Oh, no, this is another side story, which I won't go into.
Okay.
Fiona's running late. At this other gig.
That's right.
So that's, we'll go into that later. Too much.
It's another story for another time.
Another story for another time. We're bloody killing it here. So
how much time are you?
Oh, you fucker.
Hang on. The alarm's going.
That is the alarm.
Right, well, do you want to
can you do all that without...
Yeah. Do you want to keep telling the story?
While you run off?
Go pump the...
We'll pause it. Pause. Okay, can you hear me? All right. So, this... All right. So, they get... This is ridiculous, Tom. This is absolutely ridiculous. Hey, what I will do... Big D, while Tommy is away, Big D, our resident fuck checker, he hit us up, and we love Big... No, I'm doing fuck checking. All right? Yeah, you haven't done anything. All right, so Big D hit us up, and I'm so sorry about this. We really need, if anyone seriously has something that can help Tom, that's stopped. We'll do a bit of fuck checking though. Last week, we hit up Big D. Remember that, Timmy? We hit up Big D.
What's that?
We hit up Big D last week. We weren't sure what those hats with the flaps at the back were called.
We thought they were
I said
Herpe hats.
Yeah, Herpe hats. Well, I said Legionnaire's hat. How you going?
That alarm is going to see the fucking death of me.
Oh,
so what?
Well, I reckon you tripped to
It's
Rockhampton.
8:14.
It's got a mind of its own.
It's got a mind of its
thing,
own.
unless someone's actually breaking in.
Oh, okay. Someone could be breaking in.
Maybe someone's actually breaking in. That's a good point.
But how can you put an alarm in, enter a place, half an hour later, the fucking alarm goes off again?
Well, maybe it's like your brain. It sort of takes 20 minutes to sort of kick in.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of thing.
Oh,
maybe,
gotcha.
Maybe they've set it on your time.
Maybe it's an amazing alarm.
Maybe it's an amazing alarm, amazing brain. Anyway, so those hats with the material, they are called Legionnaire's hats.
Okay.
They're called Legionnaire's.
Do we know why they're called Legionnaire's hats? Because is it spelt the same as Legionnaire's disease?
It is. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So, Big D, thanks for hitting us up.
Big D, can you please find out why they're called Legionnaire's hats?
All right. I reckon Thursday afternoon I'm going to have that in my hot little hands.
Yeah,
so, there we go.
That's must. That'll get everyone back next week.
All right. I'm at the Rubber Chicken.
Yep. Here we go.
I say I've got to get on at Brayside at 10. So I've got to leave the Rubber Chicken at 9, I said. Because I've got to...
Yep.
Mate, I've got to set up sound gear.
At this
gig.
Jesus.
Yeah. So
this is a good example. This other person for 10 grand wouldn't have been doing that.
Would not have been setting up sound gear.
Part of the deal would be you have sound gear. Here you are, lugging this shit around Melbourne. Anyway,
got
keep
this
going.
Shit. So they've had the magician early, and they say, "Oh, we've got an Elvis impersonator before you. Elvis impersonator, dinner, then you."
Not easy to follow an Elvis impersonator.
Not easy to follow an Elvis impersonator. If they're into Elvis, I am as far away from Elvis as I could be. So I get out of there, 9 o'clock. I zoom over to Meat Flour Wine.
Yep.
Great location.
Pull
up, and I'm thinking, okay, what is this going to be? You walk into the restaurant, there's people to the right. They are just eating.
Yep.
And then to the left, holy hell.
Holy shit balls.
It is like...
Oh, as you walk in, are they in the function
centre?
They're
on the
private room?
Yeah, in the private room.
I've never been there. I've eaten there many times, but I've never entered that private room.
Oh, that private room is pumping.
Yeah,
I'm thinking if these 60-year-olds had some pingers, what is going on? All you can hear is, "Oh, yeah, baby, my blue suede shoes." And everyone's like, "Woo, Elvis, we love you." And I'm thinking,
they're bloody going off. Meat Flour Wine and Coke. That's what they're up to.
Wine and Coke. And
good on them.
Bloody the old Elvis impersonator, he's rip roaring. And I'm going, holy shit. I walk in here and I go, "Oh, is Marsha there? Where's Marsha? What's going on?" Because I've spoken to her on the phone. I don't know who she is though, and she clearly doesn't like my stand-up from what she's seen online. I go, "Oh fuck, no good." She comes out and she waves and she's brilliant. She says, "Hi Evan, how you going? Can I said, "How's it going in there? Looks like Elvis is he definitely hasn't left the building." And she goes, "That's a shit joke, cockhead."
You're certainly not putting my mind at ease after watching those
I didn't
horrendous videos.
I just did that for the podcast.
That's good.
Yeah, I wasn't going to drop that shit. But goes, "Yeah, they're loving it. They're all," and this is a good sign, I think.
Yep.
It's because by now it's I think it was like 20 to 9.
Okay.
So
20 to 9 or 20 to 10?
20 to 10. Sorry, I'm all
That's
over the
all
joint.
Right.
All over the joint.
Getting the bearings.
Thank you, Tom. And good for the listeners. It's 20 to 10.
Yep.
I said, how long's he been going for? He goes, "He's been going for an hour. He's gone overtime."
How many songs has Elvis got?
I don't know.
I could probably only name 3 or 4, unless you were real hardened Elvis.
Was Elvis actually... I know there's a lot of... Maybe he was he's definitely before my time. Was Elvis that good?
Oh, it's fucking terrible. Have you ever seen the movies he's in? The fucking pits.
They were always like the 12 o'clock movies on a Saturday. And you go, Elvis.
So shit.
Go kill yourself, mate. Go have a heart attack on the shitter, mate.
Mate, I'm just thinking that he's just lucky. He was born in a time where there wasn't much talent getting around. He was a thorn, a rose amongst thorns.
He was a rose amongst thorns until he got fat and overweight.
Yeah, I didn't mind that Elvis. Old fat. Was he on the drugs, Elvis, or was he just drinking?
Did he have like a young? Was he rooting young girls? I don't know. What was Elvis doing?
I don't know about that. I think it was Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
He was with Priscilla Presley. Oh, was he? Oh no, that's his daughter. Oh fuck!
No, that's his wife. No, Lisa Marie. Marie. Oh yeah, he banged Lisa Marie, but Priscilla Presley was his sister. Nah,
that's his wife.
Yeah. Priscilla.
Well, she's still.
Well, she's had some work done.
I haven't seen her.
She's
for
had
quite
a lot of work
actually.
done. I don't know.
She was nice in Was that her in Leslie Nielsen's show?
Yes, Naked Gun.
She was pretty in that.
She was good. I mean, that was 30 years ago.
30 years ago, yeah.
That's all right. I always thought Lisa Marie was pretty hot. Lisa Marie Presley. She was a bit chunky, but she was funky.
She was mysterious.
Was she going out with Nicolas Cage, or did I make that up?
I think you made that up.
She was going out with some Hollywood actor, wasn't she? Dating someone.
I'm
Big D.
Mixed up.
Big D. Fuck check that, buddy. Lisa Marie Presley. Who'd she date? Did she go out with
Lisa Marie Presley?
See, I
was she dark hair?
Yeah, dark hair.
She had more Elvis in her than...
she had a lot of Elvis in her.
Then what's the name? Whatever the...
Then Priscilla.
Yeah,
well, Priscilla wasn't related to Elvis.
Yeah, but the daughter is going to have a bit of both.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you meant she looked more like Elvis than Priscilla. Did.
Yeah, I did. Jesus.
Oh, you're going to these pills, mate. Give me those pills.
I reckon you're the one butchering this.
Well, I sort of went off the... Yeah, I said, give me the pills. Give you the pills. Yeah, give me the pills. Yeah.
Oh, mate. I'm thinking about upping my dose.
Upping your dose. I might shelve them. I might shelve them.
They don't recommend it, but I want to double my intake.
Yeah, do it.
Anyway,
so Elvis is rocking the building, mate.
Yep.
It is pumping.
It's going
nuts. This is good. And I say to Marsha, what's the go? How long's he been? He said, well, he's been doing an hour and a half. He's gone overtime. But I said, that's all right. He's Elvis. He can do what he wants.
Yep.
He's impersonating. He's doing a good impression.
Is he sweating?
He's fucking sweating, mate. And I reckon he's Elvis in the latter stages. He was.
Yeah.
He's had a big, I reckon Elvis might have struggled a bit through COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's put on a bit.
And I don't think he lives in Graceland and his missus doesn't look like Priscilla Presley.
No, I think he's living in Cranbourne having a heart attack on the shitter very soon.
And his missus left him 12 years ago.
Yeah, but he's loving life.
That's a good thing. For that 1 hour a week, he is Elvis.
Mate, actually, he was saying he's been pretty bloody busy, actually.
Well, everyone's busy. The entertainment industry's back, Evan.
That's it. And that's the good thing. All these gigs are coming back. So Marsha says Elvis is going to leave the building.
Yep.
And then you're going to come on, all right? But we're going to have some dinner first.
Yeah,
and
good call.
Do you want a drink? Do you want anything? I'm like, I won't have a beer. I'll just a soda. Really? Yep. You don't want a beer? There's we've got everything in there. It's all happening for Frankie goes to 60. So he's good. So and I felt like I didn't want to eat right before because basically I'd have to eat and then go right on. I mean, that's something Elvis would do. I'm not doing that.
No.
So I said, I'm all right for food. I'll get a shitty servo pie on the way home and just.
Well, must I say I must say you missed out because that is some of the best food in Melbourne. At the Meat Flour Wine,
they offered me swordfish.
Oh mate, we wouldn't give you a bit of swordfish.
I could have had a steak. Soon afterwards, I thought that was the biggest mistake. Like, even if for what I was getting paid, I should have had 35 steaks.
Yeah,
I should have done it, but I didn't do it.
Okay.
Anyway, so. They're eating. While they're eating, I'm setting up my sound. I'm doing Elvis is getting out there because we're bumping in, bumping out.
Yeah.
He's got to get his stuff out. He's got a little roadie there who's helping him out. And I go, oh, mate.
He's doing all right for himself.
He's doing all right, mate. He's going okay. So get in there. And I start sort of just doing that little vibe. And this is the thing about the DIY stuff where I've spoken to Marsha. She's cool. And then I start chatting to a few people. Just getting the temperature of the room.
The temperature of the room.
What is going on? What's
getting
happening?
A vibe for the joint.
Yeah, I sort of had a chat to Frank, whose birthday it was. He's a martial arts instructor.
Okay.
He says, if you fuck up my 60th, I'll kick your head off.
Yep.
I said, okay, bit of pressure now.
Okay, Francois, cool your jets,
Me wife hates you. She's looked at your shit on YouTube.
Yep.
You better pull out some big guns here, mate.
Okay.
You better pull out some big guns. Chatting to a few other guys who it was a sort of not real ethnic, but it was sort of maybe Greek, Italian sort of.
They know how to have a good time.
They know how to have a good time, and they were. And there was some fit people there. There was some bigger people, but even the oldies seemed like they were up and about.
Yep, they know how to have a party.
So that's good. So they finished the meal. I said, what we'll do, we'll give them a bit of time to chill out. I said, did the little thing myself. All right, guys, we're gonna kick off. Elvis is gone. We've got a bit of comedy coming up. This guy's a very funny guy. So go to the bar, grab your drinks, and we'll be back. Are you pumped up? And everyone goes, there's 70-year-olds, there's 80-year-olds, there's 90-year-olds who they've shit their pants, but they're still woo!
Yeah, good.
There's little kids who are woo!
Have they shit their pants?
They had as well.
Oh,
so
good.
It stunk in there, but
just foul.
The vibe was good.
The
vibe was good.
Shit smell.
So,
good for comedy.
So there we go. And they're all sitting at tables, which can be a little intimidating. You'd be like, oh, is it going to be crickets? What's going to happen? But I didn't get that vibe. So I get up there, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Frank's 60th. Bring on Evan Hocking. I go, thank you, beautiful. It's great to be here. Give it up for Frankie, 60 years old. And to be honest, when I first rocked up, I thought Frank was the Elvis impersonator. He sort of had a little bit of a vibe like Elvis.
Did that get a laugh?
I got a laugh.
Good.
I got a laugh. I think there was enough in it. He looked enough like Elvis where I could sort of get... If it wasn't a great crowd, though, that could have really gone
if you're gonna ad lib off the top, it's got to work.
It's got to work. So it did work, and I go bang, and then I went bang into material. I was sort of ripping and roaring. It was I was hipping and hopping, and I was chatting to this guy, I was chatting to this chick, and talking to Frankie, talking to Marsha. At one stage, I go, talking about relationships or marriage or something like that, and go, Marsha and Frank, you're together? And she sort of goes, no, what? I go, what? You guys are together, aren't you? And they go, no. Anyway, move on. And
did that get a laugh when you said move on, or?
Yeah, that sort of did. And then afterwards, so basically about 30 minutes, all went well.
Yep.
There's some big guys in there who look like they're in the mafia. Ripped a bit of shit on them. A big dude from Wodonga who was the size of fucking 3 Elvises. I go, don't mess with him.
Yep.
And chatting to a few other people. All good. And then afterwards I said, and they all clapped when I got off. I go, this is a good gig, good times. I can relax, I can hang around. And afterwards I said, Marsh, I thought you were with old Frankie Nuts. Old Frankie Boyle. She said, yeah, we are, but there's just a few exes here and things like that, so we don't really... parade it.
So Frankie's a bit of a player. Yeah.
He's got a bit happening, old Frankie. MMA.
Inviting exes to your 60th.
MMA Frankie. I don't know whose exes they were, so I don't know if there's maybe Keen the Bolt kind of stuff. Who knows?
Yeah, well,
who knows? But they were.
That's between her and Frank.
That's between those guys. So I don't know what happened when I left, but I hung around for a bit. They sung Happy Birthday. Marsha loved it. She said, I'm gonna your YouTube's off. It doesn't give you the full aspect. Doesn't do you justice. Who's doing your YouTube? I said, I'm doing it myself. I got to get rid of it. So
let's say, is that it? Still going?
Frankie was pumped up. Sung Happy Birthday. I hung around. I had a couple of red wines. I was chatting to people. And, Frankie. Great speech as well by Frankie. He
No, I don't know Frankie, but he seems very charismatic to me.
Mate. He's that guy who, I'm thinking of going down and doing a bit of M&A training with him.
He's something to aspire to.
Mate, he's great. And they were just so much fun. They just had so much life, so much energy. It was a fun night. She's friended me on Facebook. She posted a photo today with me and her. I'm doing a stupid head. She looks great.
Oh.
And just good times, good fun. And
something about someone that can fight too. They just demand respect.
I'd love to see, because I think she does the martial arts as well.
Oh, what you wouldn't give
That'd
just
be rocking and rolling in the
get in the ring with them
Jesus
and
Christ.
just start laying in a Martha and have Marsha and have
Frankie
Clint come over and
you.
Bloody just really fucking level you out.
Yeah, but beautiful people.
Yep.
Fun
Good
night.
folk.
It wasn't 10K, but it was bloody money well earned, and
And
had
that guy
fun.
that could have done that for 10K, would he have got the enjoyment you got?
I don't think he would have. And that's what Marsha said.
I mean, would you trade that feeling for 10 grand?
Nah.
Because I sure would.
An extra $9,000.
I'd trade it for 500.
An
bucks.
extra $9,000 actually
Yeah.
would be pretty bloody good at this stage of
Anyway.
my life. But anyway,
tell you what.
thank you. All good times. Good
Well,
times.
I got
What do you got, mate?
I got a story. I'm going to have to tell it pretty quick because
Jesus,
it's nearly bloody Frankie's 61st birthday after you.
It's all happening.
After that story.
Oh,
Jeez.
I got a quick one after you.
We've only got 10 minutes.
Okay.
So, I got a quick one.
Fuck, I've waited for half an hour.
Oh, yeah,
for
no,
you to
good
get
point.
here,
I've
so
made you wait.
I'm going to start bloody calling the shots on the time,
I'm going
mate.
to let you do what you want tonight. So, quick one. Last Tuesday, at work, doing my thing, get a phone call. Tommy, we need you. Someone's got COVID. We need you to fill in for a gig. I said, okay, what is it? And they said,
Frank's 60th.
It's not a great payer. I said, well, count me in because that's my fucking bread and butter. So
Is it
where,
in
where is
Rockhampton?
it? Where is it?
Where is it? It's in China.
Fucking
You got to pay for
it's
the
in
flights.
Siberia. I'll fucking lock it in. So anyway, I said, where is it? And they said, it's in the change rooms at the MCG. So here's the gig.
And it's not a great payer.
No, and this is where, look, we're being open with the prices today. This was $800 on the books.
Ooh. Okay,
which is
All right.
really, if someone's in comedy listening to this, because this is basically a corporate,
I mean, it costs you $100 for a pie and a Coke at the footy.
200 parking, and anyway, so
We are very open with our prices.
yeah, maybe we should.
Did I say
back
how much
off
I
on
was
that.
getting paid?
No,
I didn't
they
say
could work
much.
it out because they said it was. You said it was 10 grand, and you said it was 9 grand less.
Ah, fuck.
Anyone with a brain,
But yeah,
even I worked that out.
yeah. Damn it.
And then anyway, so which is by the time you pay tax, it's,
I had to
it's-
give some to my
it's
agent as
absolute.
well. I did.
Oh, did you? Oh, fuck me! What are we doing with our lives? Anyway, so I said, fuck it, because I say yes to everything.
Oh.
I am. My fee, my pricing structure for gigs, what I charge people makes absolutely no fucking sense.
It does, though, depending on, because you sort of got a set-ish kind of fee for your show.
Yeah.
when
But
it's
I'd
you
say
on your
Saturday
own.
nights makes sense.
Yep.
Everything else is riff-raff.
Well, what are you best off doing? Sitting at home or sitting at Sandalford on a Tuesday night, talking for an hour
Yep.
in a podcast, which is probably going to
one's really
end
listening
in
to.
2
Yep.
weeks because you'll be kicked out. I'll be on the
yep.
streets.
Well, it could
Or-
fire up. If we both get kicked out, we could be doing 4 eps a week.
We could
Start a
be doing-
Patreon, do
Yeah,
live shows.
That's the go.
So 7 nights a week, this pod could go.
Yeah, we're going to have to make money because you're going to be paying child support.
Oh, yeah, shit. child
You got
support.
3 kids, mate.
Yeah. Anyway, so, Tommy, we need you. $800 on the books. That's
Pay for parking.
it's appalling money for what you're about to do, but it's only 10 minutes.
Oh,
It's only 10 minutes. So the deal is there's a big company, global company, a lubricant company.
who are making $2
yeah.
billion a year
Honestly,
profit.
this company would be making fucking trillions.
We've got 800 on the books,
Trillions.
mate.
And anyway,
Oh,
but here's the gig. This is, and
Oh.
I was thinking, look, do I do it? Because I've got to leave work about 3 hours early to get to this thing.
Yeah.
But here's the clinker.
You always think there's a story in this, though, because sometimes I think the shit of the gig might get a story.
This might get a story out of this.
For the pod.
Anyway, so here's the deal. These 130 people, 125 men, 5 women. They're going to be upstairs. They've got a conference upstairs, right? Yeah. It's not a conference. They've had a conference for 3 days. It's their end of conference dinner at the MCG in one of the main rooms overlooking the field. And then just before they go to the dinner, they have a few drinks in one of the bars there. They go down, and what they're getting sold is they get to go into the home change rooms at the MCG and have a drink, right?
Oh.
And just have a drink. So how cool is that? They get to walk around, and what an experience.
Great experience.
These people from all over Australia. And then, just when they're thinking, how good's this? In walks a suburban footballer.
Oh.
All pumped up. And I sat 130 seats. I got 130 plastic seats.
Well
I sat them all around. And
that's the stuff.
And I'm just
who else is putting the seats
No
there,
one's
mate?
putting that.
No,
that's me.
I did that as well.
Even the organiser was going, "Oh, mate, would you bother?" And I said, "Mate, I am going to bother.
Have to.
I am going to bother.
This is 800 on the books.
So this is, mate. I'm putting on. I'm bringing my A game. This is probably. I could take home $250 here by the time I pay taxes and so forth. They're getting my A game. Thank you very much, mate. I just don't phone in a $250 gig.
Jesus Christ,
so I've said, mate. So I've charged in. Big game today, boys. Big game. Actually. So this is what's meant to happen. So I walk in, yell at them, everyone sit down, do me stuff, and then I spray them for 10 minutes.
Yep.
And then what I do, I could basically do what I want for 10 minutes. The only thing was that at the end of the gig, I had to say, all right, clearly you guys aren't footballers. You're fucking hopeless. Is anyone here into cricket? Does anyone here into cricket? And I meant to look at him, and everyone, and a couple might stick their hand up, and I'd say, "Who likes cricket?" And then I'd look over the back, and I'd go, "What about you, mate? Are you into cricket?" And in walks
Shane Warne.
No,
he's not here.
Glenn McGrath.
McGrath. Glenn, you were telling us last week.
Yeah, so in walks Glenn McGrath, and then he talks for 10 minutes. Everyone then goes upstairs, goes to the dinner. So a sweet gig. Get to meet Glenn McGrath.
Do you reckon Glenn McGrath's doing it for 800 on the books?
He was probably 10 grand, I reckon, minimum. Absolute fucking bare minimum.
Probably got a limo there.
Oh, mate. And they flew him down for it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Anyway.
Ask who he goes through. See if they can get you to Rockhampton.
Okay, yeah. So anyway, some things money can't buy. So I was told to get there at 5 o'clock for a rehearsal. I've never done a rehearsal for a fucking gig in my life. So I'm thinking, what is going on
this
here?
800.
This is ridiculous. So anyway, but the positive of the rehearsal, it's just me and Glenn McGrath. So this girl sort of runs us through it. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? And I'm sort of Glenn McGrath's sort of. He's just. I would think he would have a lot of experience and be quite confident. But I was sort of telling him. He goes, "Well, what should we do then?" And because what this girl wanted was straight after me, after I'd hopefully whipped them into
a frenzy.
Glenn McGrath would walk on, say, "Welcome everyone," and then would say, "Okay, can we please now have a minute silence for Shane Warne?"
Yeah,
and that was the plan.
Yeah, that's not good.
So he would have a minute of silence. And then
a minute's a long time.
A minute is a long time.
A minute's silence.
So the excitement. There's Glenn McGrath. And then all of a sudden,
he's going to seem like a party pooper.
Oh, absolutely.
He's like him rocking up to this 60th that I went to and just going to pull my finger and shit in his pants.
Oh, it's just the pit.
It's not good.
And he's sort of, we're just accepting it. And then the girl went and she was telling us all this shit to do.
What was her vibe?
No, she was lovely.
Okay,
she was lovely.
Sorry.
She was lovely. She was good. But I think sometimes you get told something and you think, well, that's what I've got to do. But sometimes you're like, you know what? There's better ways to do that.
44
So once she left, I didn't have the testicles to say it in front of her face. But once she left,
once she turned her back, I was like, was out of earshot.
Yeah, well out of earshot. She'd gone upstairs. Loser. I said to Glenn McGrath, I said, mate, I don't know about you. What do you think about that the Shane Warne minute of silence? And he goes, oh, mate, I reckon it could be a bit awkward. And I said, mate, I agree. It's going to kill the fucking mood. And then you've got to win them back. You've only got bloody 8.5 minutes to win them back. And he goes, oh, they really want it. And I said, mate, what you should do is get up there, go straight into a Shane Warne story. Yes. And then at the end of that, say, he used to love drinking down here, and because everyone's going to have a drink in their hand, can everyone please raise a glass to Warnie?
That's
and
more Warnie. Warnie'd be looking down if a minute's silence, going, "Mate, he's up there getting blown by whoever in heaven."
100%.
Like he's like, "What are you doing, you idiots?
Yeah, have a drink.
A dart.
Have a drink.
Have some baked beans.
So
have a VB.
So
come on, Pidge.
Anyway, Not Ricky Ponting, bloody. Glenn McGrath has
You're really in your cricket.
No, me cricket. And anyway, so he's gone, Tommy, that's a great idea. And I said, I'll jump on the phone. And so I rang her and I said, we've got to change your plans. We're just going to do a raise a glass. And she goes, that's a fucking great idea. Because I was actually thinking it might kill the mood a bit. And I was like, well, fucking hallelujah. We're all on the same page here.
Christ.
So then all of a sudden, I said, when are they coming out? And she said 7 o'clock. I've got an hour and 40 minutes
with Glenn McGrath,
one-on-one with Glenn McGrath in the change rooms at the MCG.
You didn't do something stupid like, mate, I love watching you. You're my favourite batter of all time.
Nah, I was, mate, it was really interesting because, my fucked finger, he saw my fucked finger. Ooh. And he goes, oh, crikey, here's your finger. And I said, mate, you'd have a few fucked fingers. And we stood there for 15 minutes comparing fingers and he was telling me he had his finger. He said, mate, surprisingly, my fingers are pretty good. He said he's fucked two of them. They were both after he retired. One was just messing around in a park, and the other one was messing around in the nets at a 2020. And but he had great. Mate, we're walking
that's
around.
Good there. You should fucking. Is that going to be his opener at a sportsman's night? Next, how he fucked his fingers.
No, but
15 minutes.
And mate, but we're sort of thinking, what's. Because the lady said I could swear. And I said, can I swear? And she said, oh, yeah, you can swear.
You're the coach.
But sometimes at corporates, people say it's cool, they act cool, but then when you do, they're like, what's he doing?
Why is he doing?
What's he doing? Because two people get offended out of the 130, and all of a sudden they throw you under the bus and like, well, I didn't say swear.
That. Yeah.
And anyway, so I've had the time of life. I was thinking people would pay, cricket lovers would pay $10,000 to sit for an hour 40 in the change rooms, one-on-one with Glenn McGrath,
about how his fingers are,
and talk cricket. No, because we're walking around the lockers, and he's going, "Oh, this looks a lot different to when I was here," and he talked a lot about Warnie.
Did he show you photos of his kids or anything?
No kids. Okay. No, actually, I met his daughter upstairs.
Ah, nice. Yeah. So you got the real photo, the 3D photo.
Yeah. Who needs photos? And
you got the video.
And anyway, so we had a great time, and then they've come in. People started coming in. And so we were in the little coach's room. So we locked ourselves in the coach's room and we could hear them coming in. And I knew once they were all in, I was getting a text message, go for it. And so you could hear them all coming in and they were fucking loud, which is what you want. And a couple of the guys, you could tell they were pretty pissed. And because we were in the change rooms, they were pretending to be coached. They were going, fucking sit down, Jono, we fucking owe these pricks. So, and they were swearing like troopers. So that's taken a bit of I'm starting to think, that's good. That's good. They're used to the swearing. All right. Tick, 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 tick. Text messages come through.
You got the weird.
In I fucking
come on.
And I just go in and I asked for some dirt on a few of the people. They gave me 5 names.
Yep.
No dirt.
So what? So when? Yeah. So a lot of people go dirt. You go Robbo. Fell asleep in the toilet bowl in the women's dunnies or something like that. And
it doesn't have to be anything.
If you
make a reference that like they think you're a genius, it could be fucking anything. And because they all know it. Oh, mate, it can just go off in an environment like that, especially because I was a bit worried because a lot of people from other states, Sydney, a lot of people from Sydney, so they weren't really into their local footy. So I wasn't sure how it was going to go. So I wanted some dirt. Anyway, they gave me 5 names, fucking nothing. So I rang it. I said, is there someone I can ring to get some dirt on these blokes? Yeah. And I rang this. They said, this guy's got a great sense of humour. He'll know. And I rang this bloke. He gave me fucking donuts. He gave me the age of... I said, is there anyone that's old? Can you give me that? And they said, this guy's probably 70. And I said, is there anyone that's worked at the company for ages? And I said, this guy's been here 25 years. So that's all I had. So it was pretty limited.
You haven't got much to work with.
And I've come out and I've said, I've only got 10 minutes. So
were you just looking for someone who's got a weird head or a shit shirt? Or what were you doing?
Well, and I'm looking, what can I do? First, my job was, it was like herding cats. Sit down. Because I had my 130 chairs. Sit down. We fucking game timing. Sit down. And everyone sat down. And in a little gift from the comedy gods, because I needed to prove early that I was funny. You've got to win them early.
Yeah.
And in a little gift from the comedy gods, there was everyone went to sit down. There was a big overweight bloke. You could just tell he was a bit of a character. He had a beer. He was a big, probably the most overweight guy in the room.
Yep.
And there was no chairs. And he went and he looked around where to sit, and he went and sat on an exercise bike at the back of the room. And I just thought, you fucking ripper. And I didn't even say anything clever. I just said, mate,
when was the last time you're on one of those?
Yeah. And everyone just turned, looked to see what he was doing, and the joint just erupted. And I was like, this is good. This is good. A gift from the comedy gods.
That's great. Did he start peddling?
He was his belly was going up and down. His 7 chins were fucking moving around, and it was good.
That's
and
great.
I sprayed him, and I said blah blah, and it got a few things fell a bit flat. And because the company was called FUC, FUC something D.
Fucked.
It was Fucked Lubricants.
Fucked.
Do you know Fucked Lubricants?
No, I got no idea. Actually, I used some last night.
FUC Fucked Lubricants. Anyway, it was going off and everything's getting laughs, and I looked over at the girl that booked me because she was a bit nervous because I was filling in last minute.
Happy.
She's laughing.
Thank God we didn't do the minute silence.
It's going well. And then right at the end, my big thing, he goes, and I said, you know our saying, we don't care what happens because we can't be fucked. And it was just like, it was got fucking donuts. And my big finish, and it got donuts.
So that wasn't on the script?
That wasn't on the script.
I've gone off script. That's like Elvis has left the building kind of stuff.
But the whole thing was off the script.
Yeah.
But anyway, so fuck me. That was I was hoping for a better finish. But anyway, but I said, all right, who here's into their cricket? You guys can't play footy. You're all shit. Who's into their cricket?
What about Tubby on the bike? What was he into?
Are you into your cricket? No, he'd had a heart attack. He'd fallen off. And a few guys, it was sort of a bit weird because I kept it going for about 30 seconds. Anyone here into their cricket?
You're going, hopefully.
Is anyone here into their cricket?
Does anyone know what cricket is?
A couple of guys sticking their hands up going, does he really want to know? And then all of a sudden I said, what about you over the back, mate? What about you? And in comes in his full whites, cricketing whites, throwing up a ball like he's about to run in and bowl, Glenn McGrath. And I said, what about you, mate? And Glenn McGrath's just walked from behind him.
Yep.
And the excitement in that room was unbelievable.
Oh, you're into your cricket now, aren't you?
And then within, I reckon it took 5 seconds, everyone in the room was, Glenn McGrath. Glenn. And it was just rocking, 130 people doing that in this little room. The gig he went great. He did his raise the glass to, can I tell you the story he told?
Tell me.
He said, this place reminds me of Warnie. I bloody love him. And he told a story about when he came out and all the kids were, after they won the Ashes, and he came out in a towel and everyone was like, Warnie, maybe you should chuck some clothes on. Everyone's laughing. And he said, he's such a character. And he said, one thing I always remembered about Warnie is he didn't take himself too seriously, and when people hung shit on him, he loved it.
Yes.
He fucking loved it. He owned it.
That means you're in.
He owned it. And one day they were all getting ready it was day something of the test over at Lord's, and everyone's sitting there. They're all pretty serious, and Warnie's come running in, and he goes, guys, I heard a joke about me today. It's the fucking best joke I've ever heard. And everyone's going, what is it, Warnie? And he goes, and he said he was cracking up. He goes, he could barely get the joke out. He was laughing so hard. He goes, fucking some bloke said it. And a mate heard it and passed it on to me. He goes, it's a fucking ripper. And everyone was crowded around. And so this is Warnie telling a joke. Warnie joke.
Yeah.
This is Warnie telling a Warnie joke.
Yeah, like yes. Yeah.
So that he loved.
I'm getting it.
He loves. So, and the joke was, and he's saying he's saying the names. So he's saying, he's met what's Warney's wife?
Liz Hurley.
No, his wife.
Simone.
So
Callahan.
So he's met Simone. So Warney's going, so anyway, so Shane Warne's met, and this is Warney saying this. So Shane Warne's met Simone.
Talking in the third person.
It's a third person. He's met Simone, and you know they're getting on well.
Yeah,
they're in love.
Some other bird came in.
They've moved in together. They get married. They're living together. Life's great. And all of a sudden, Simone's cleaning up one day and she finds a shoebox under the bed. A shoebox, and she goes, "What's this?" And Warney runs in and goes, "Don't do that. I'll tell you everything. You know, I'll love you. You're the love of my life. But you got to promise me.
Clearly a joke.
You'll never open that shoebox." And she said, "I promise." And anyway, so a couple of years go by, and she always wonders what's in the shoebox. Simone's wondering what's in the shoebox. And anyway, so one day and Warney every couple of months he'll go, "You got to promise me you'll never look in the shoebox. Don't look in the shoebox."
Even
anyway,
I'm banging Liz Hurley.
One day he's overseas. She's at home. She's cleaning up, and it just gets the better of her. So she goes under the bed.
Nurses.
She sits the shoebox on the bed, takes the lid off, and there's 3 empty beer cans in there.
Yep.
And $25,000.
Whoa.
Cash.
Woo.
And she goes, "What the 3 empty beer cans, $25,000 cash? What the fuck's going on?" And anyway, and it's quite a big shoebox. It's only about
quite a big story.
It's only about half full. I think I might be. I'm trying to remember the end of it. To be honest, I'm treading water here.
Hopefully, Pidge cut a bit of the fat out of this fucking story. Jesus Christ!
I hope I can think of the end of this before I get to it. That's why I'm fucking paddling a bit here. Anyway, so I'm like an MC that's forgotten the name of the next act, and I'm just fucking treading water, hoping it's just going to pop in my head. So, but anyway, so she's got what? So it's a big box. It's got three empty cans in it. $25,000 cash, and she's just, what is this? Why would he be, what is it? Anyway, so she's put the lid back on, put it under. And anyway, so he's come back from the ashes, and she's just sitting there, and a week passes, and she goes, "Shane, I got a confession. I looked in the shoebox." And he said, okay, I think that's okay. We've been together long enough. I think we can talk about
25 grand. Mate, Tom Siegert did 100 gigs.
Yeah.
I was storing the cash for him.
He did 25,000 gigs, and that's his takings from the gigs. And so anyway, so she goes, "Okay, well, let's sit down and talk about it." And she goes, "Why the 3 empty beer cans? What's that about?" And he goes, "Well, I love you. Just you got to know, I love you. You're the love of my life. But every time I've slept with another woman while we've been together, I've had a beer. I've had a beer just to think about what I've done, and I've put the empty can in the shoebox." And she said, "Well,
3's not bad.
I'm going to be honest. I've been with Shane Warne for 7 years now, and you hear all these things, you hear rumours, and look, I know you're a good-looking guy and you're charismatic and rah rah rah. 3." Honestly, I'll accept that. And she said, "What's with the money?" And she said, "Well, every time I filled the box, I cashed in the cans."
I'm not telling my story now.
So Shane Warne's told that joke about himself and could not, according to Glenn McGrath, could not fucking contain himself. He was so excited that someone had made that amazing joke.
Do you reckon he told Simone that joke?
I reckon, no, probably not. Probably not. But what a What a classic. And honestly, he just spoke about Warney, and it's
great.
It was just a really, obviously I made fuck all for the gig in the end, and I'll probably cost me more by the end of the day. But that experience to spend bloody an hour 40 one-on-one with Glenn McGrath, what a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And fuck, we have
brilliant, mate. Yeah,
an hour 14.
Yeah, okay. We better wind it up.
I think my
what I'll have
went
to
for an
do
hour
next
10.
week is chat about. I went up to Warburton Footy Club and Netball Club on the weekend, and met some rippers out there.
Fantastic.
So next week I'll probably forget to mention yous and forget that story. But no, to Mitchie or Gordo, who is up there. I'll chat about it next week because great club, and we'll do that. But that's a banger.
That's it.
That's a banger.
That's a ripper. So make sure, because a little teaser for next week. I'm going to Adelaide.
Oh,
gig on the Saturday night. Gig on the Sunday. Again, said yes to the gig on the Sunday.
Great.
Googled it.
Oh, it's in.
It's fucking 3 hours 20 out of Adelaide. So I've got to. So I've got to. I wasn't going to hire a car, but now I'm clearly going to have to hire a car.
You're going to have to hire a car.
So my gig goes. It's 3.5 hours out. It goes from 12 till 4, and then I'm flying out at 8:30. So I've got to get back. So if that gig goes 10 minutes over, I'm fucked.
Mate, you're just going to have to leave, mate.
I'm just going to have to walk out.
You have to leave.
So stay tuned next week. Am I going to make it back? Because there's no plan B.
I'm going to Brisbane.
If I don't get on that flight,
I
don't know what I'm doing.
Nah, you don't know what's happening. Tam's divorced you. I'm out. I'm
Good
forgetting
times.
about you. But, hey, tell your mates about the podcast. Get on the YouTube. 120 subscribers.
Serious?
If you don't mind, umpire.
And we've had a real spike of listeners, if you don't mind me saying.
We have. So, keep sharing it round. Tell your mates. We're just starting at the ground. We're bigger. We're doing the shit gigs.
Tell people.
We are, we're in your corner.
Don't keep it to yourself.
You're in our corner.
If you enjoy it, don't keep it to yourself.
Come out and do stuff. But, tell your friends about it. I've said that about 30 times.
We'll find out what a Legionnaires hat, why they call it that next week.
That's right. And did Lisa Marie Presley, was she dating some actor, some Hollywood, who's who of Hollywood?
Big knob. So,
and to Frankie boy,
good on
happy
you, Frankie.
60th,
happy
mate.
60th,
Talk
you
about the
playboy.
Warby Footy Club next week. That's another episode of Good
Banter. Good banter. That's a good banter.